Hi everyone. I've been waiting a long time to share this just legendary meme with you all. Look at the love and care that was put into this just beautiful creation. I love it. You know, the Foster's Home theme actually kind of has some, like, breakdown shit going on. Let's listen to the beginning again. It sounds like some Beatles shit. It sounds like we're about to go to Strawberry Fields, is what it sounds like. Like, doesn't it sound kind of like it's gonna, like, Kira's gonna show up and he's gonna press the button with his thumb? So people were telling me there's a bit of vocal crackle recently, and I think I hear it too. I don't have a great ear for that sort of thing. But I hope people aren't confusing that with the squeak of my chair, because my chair does, like, make sounds. I'm moving around a lot right now. You can probably hear them. That might be the crackle that people are talking about. Even, like, that. That's when I'm adjusting the little thing on my armrest just unintentionally. But hopefully it's good. If not, I mean, I'm not gonna just cancel the stream and not stream anymore. But hopefully the crackle's not there. I did a little bit of testing, it sounded fine, but I don't have the best ear for that thing. I don't have the best ear. Let's just take a closer look at this though, right? Like, not only, I think there's like some Japanese up there or something. I can't make out English in that version of the Foster's theme area logo, except Home for Tranquil Life, of course. And then you got Kira, he's holding the hand. Blue is, I don't know if any of you watched Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, I sure as hell did. Blue is Sheer Heart Attack. The, like, old Granny Foster character is the Adam Hart father. You got Shinobu, you got Killer Queen, and then the cat plant is Coco. I don't remember, what was Eduardo, was the big guy's name? Oh man, I look like Vince Vaughn, is that real? I don't like Vince Vaughn. I recently, like, learned who he was, and I was like, oh, he's that guy I've seen in, like, everything. I don't like him. I don't enjoy him. But yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of people saying anything about the sound, so it should be fine. Talking about Jojo again. Whoa, there's getting a ton of subs. Thank you. It's going like crazy. I'm surprised there's no hype train yet. Okay. So I think we had reached the end of the Adam Hart father arc. And then we're moving on to Junken Boy, which, to those of you who don't know, Junken is like the international version of Rock, Paper, Scissors that I think predates the phrase Rock, Paper, Scissors. Can you guys see my cursor? Yeah. Let me know in chat if anything's going wrong. I don't know, it seems fine. But I think they're gonna call him RPS Kid in this, which is pretty hilarious as a translation name. But this is an awesome cover image. I mean, I'm never gonna make any progress. We got Joseph in the background with butterflies on his suit. Kind of makes me think of Jolin. I don't know. What's up with that? But this is sick. We're definitely starting to see the, like, later Part 4 art style really come out with sort of the cartoony and, like, cute looks. Some of these characters, like the cat plant, hasn't even shown up yet. And Mikitaka and Highway Star, whatever the fuck, what is his name, Yuya? But I'm gonna have that stuck in my fucking head the whole time now. I really love how, I actually only just noticed this. It just says O Part 4, because I guess Araki drew this nice dynamic like line of characters here, and then he was like, ah, shit, Jotaro's face is gonna get covered up with the Jojo logo. So it just says O Part 4. We got Shinobu looking frumpy as shit. Did she not look like significantly hotter last time? Maybe that she just like rolled out of bed here or something. And this makes me think of the Part 4 anime. The like English dub of the anime, where I normally don't have huge problems with the like voice acting in the anime, but the chick who played Shinobu, it's not great in my opinion. Her performance, and especially this part, it just sounds really like, I mean, she sounds super melodramatic, which I guess is part of the character, but in kind of a not good way. Here's the first fucking panel of Hayato. He looks really weird. I think she mentions that she's like stuck in the marriage because of the kid, right? And she doesn't say that in the anime. I think it's just the then I got pregnant part. Yeah, Highway Go Go. I think Highway Star to Highway Go Go, it's like, it's one of those ones that's like a non sequitur on one hand. Meow. Where it's like, where the fuck did you get Go Go out of that? But it kind of sounds, it sounds fine as like a stand name. See, there it is. I leaned on my thing. That wasn't a crackle. That was my that was my chair. Also, I like that their bathroom says water closet. Is that a thing that they actually do in crazy old Japan? Oh, these silly Chinese cartoons. We got naked Kira. And we got this just, like, miserable cat. This cat is just having an awful time. Naked Kira, like, wearing another man's skin or whatever, kinda, technically. So here he is. I guess this is the face reveal, that he has no nipples. And also, he's Kosaku Kawajiri now. And the cat... So there's, like, this weird thing with him and cats, because his stand is kind of cat-like, where it's got the cat ears. And then it's also... There's, like, a whole chapter named Cats Love Yoshikage Kira, and then there's this whole thing where the cat doesn't like him. But I thought cats loved him. I don't know, he's got an association with cats. Maybe it's because they're sort of like, I don't know, seen as like an independent and aloof type of animal. I don't know. Someone says, I'm Canadian and we call him water closet here. Okay, well, that's up in weird Canada. You guys wear your shoes on your hands and your gloves on your feet. And say a boot. No, I'm just kidding. You do say a boot, though. That's weird. No, I love Canada. I guess she fixed her hair. I will be covering, people have been asking, not only part 8, I am caught up. The most recent chapter was fucking badass. It was a great chapter. And I will be going over Deadman's questions at the end of this. There will be time for questions. Here it is. It's because of you I was roped into this marriage in the first place. And because of you, I can't get a divorce. So she resents this, like, housewife. We don't ever get to see Kosaku Kawajiri, but sort of from her reaction, we get to sort of get an impression of how he was. Now there's this fuckface. Actually, he's just the fucking landlord trying to, like, trying to collect. I guess landlord is kind of a dirty word nowadays, huh? Anyway. We got this guy. What is this? Knuckles the Echidna? I don't understand what's up with that. But we got a basic scene where we got this dude shows up. And he's like, you gotta pay your rent. You are behind on your rent. And he's like, and she's like, come on, honey, let's go get the money from the safe. And he's like, fucking, because he doesn't know the combination. And it's like, couldn't he just use Killer Queen to, like, blow up the lock or something? Can't he fucking vaporize shit? Like, like right here, he's gonna use Killer Queen to destroy like metal straps. I'm pretty sure these little metal latch. Yeah, he destroys the lock on this guy's thing. So why couldn't he just fucking blow up the safe, idiot? Maybe it's like he's trying to be more dastardly. But then Shinobu sees this and is like, "Oh my god, that's so fucking hot! Oh my fucking god!" Which is hilarious. It's like it almost feels like this whole part gets like a Breaking Bad vibe from me, you know? And I know it was written well before Breaking Bad, but you know what I mean. After witnessing that brazen theft firsthand, she reminds me of Marie. And I guess he's cool now. His hair is fucking dorky as shit, though. Like, it's hard for him to look menacing when his hair is like that. I said I was gonna have the Foster's Home theme stuck in my head, but now I've just got Cuphead music back in it. That's like my default state now. Yeah, there's sort of some face-off type stuff with this, where like, look, it happened again. There's some face-off type stuff where it's like, yeah, he changed his face, and Aya said that she like changed his fingerprints and his hair too, but I don't remember her saying anything about changing like the entire rest of his physical appearance. So it's like, are him and Kosaku exactly the same amount of hung and like fucking like insane like sculpted body too? Muscular is the word I was looking for there. Ding ding ding, muscular is the word. Word for human beings, muscular. I need water. Ooh. Look at the top of his head. So now here we are, RPS Kid instead of Junkin Boy, which is kind of hilarious. I don't know I don't know how they said it in the dub. I don't remember. But we got Rohan looking like a thought here. Like a crazy fucking thought. Another mention of Enya, which is kind of sick. So even Enya knew that the arrow seeks out people that are to be chosen. I guess she was like a fortune teller, so that's kind of her shtick. No, him having no nipples has nothing to do with anything. I think it's just Araki just didn't draw nipples on him in that panel. I'm trying to think. I think nipples show up. Well, there's at least one in part 5. Wink. We'll get there when we get there. Okay, yada yada. Stands. Blah 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 fucking blah. Oh look, Canada! You guys just got a shout out on the back of this dude's shirt. You know, could have done better, but it's just okay. So here's another weird thing. Is he goes out and he's like, oh, I gotta find a stand user. And it's pointing at this kid who's stealing fruit. And you see very clearly that he doesn't have a hole in his cheek here. And so after this scene, oh, that's a great panel. After this scene, he's like, I'll pierce the child, but we don't actually see it. And then the next time we see him, he's got a massive, perfectly round, literal Enya-style hole in the side of his face. Like Justice, the Stand. Which is really weird. It's like it made such a strange wound, and then it like instantly healed up. That part was always very confusing to me. And then also, the kid just says, oh yeah, I fell off a telephone pole, I'm pretty sure. You know? So it's like, how did he not know that he got hit in the fucking face with an arrow? Nipples is a no-no, but baby penis is fun. Yeah, we got like egregious baby penis in like part 3. So here we got Rohan sneaking, taking pictures of people. Oh, there's this. So, editor's note, very subtle, Araki. Did you ever think of making an English version? I've collected comics since I was young, but I can't read Japanese very well. Americans must just have bad taste, or maybe they can't understand the subtleties of my work. Very interesting, and this is way before the sort of Western Jojo boom, of course. This was written in the fucking 90s. And it's kind of funny that this particular scene is actually not included in the anime. That's kind of hilarious to me. Look at fucking Octung Baby. Looking like a fucking champ here. It looks like, what is that movie, The Hangover? It looks like the baby from The Hangover. So they're having a little conversation. I think, yeah, he's actually got a picture of Kira here. And Kira's started wearing his, like, half Kira outfit. Like, the first time we see him, he's in, like, normie clothes, and then we see him naked, and then now he's in... it took him such a short amount of time to be like, eh, fuck it, I'll wear my old clothes. So Rohan's taking a picture of every single one of them, just like he does in real life. I just screwed up. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Shit. I screwed up real bad. There we go. That was, I just accidentally, like, dragged the window. Alright. Okay. By heaven's door, I can read the lives of He's people. I just need to interview them one by one. He's... but he doesn't do that, I don't think. He just takes pictures of them. Like a piece of shit. And then we get this. So Jonkin Boy shows up in his weird fucking, like, Final Fantasy outfit. I guess everybody's dressed all weird, but, like, especially, like, with a kid, it's like, what the, where did you find that? Where did you get that? He's like, hey, wanna play rock, paper, scissors? And he's got the hole in his cheek, and it's like a perfect hole. Reminder that arrows do not, they're not like a punch. They're not like a little boxing glove on the end of a rod that makes a perfect little hole. Like, why does he got a little hole? And then he, like, sucks with it. It literally sucks through the hole later. Like, what? Okay. But people are like, it's on the wrong side. It's higher than it should be. This is the manga. This is what it is. This is JoJo. It's exactly where it should be. If it changes later, then it's wrong later. I feel like this is it. This isn't like an adaptation of the anime. Anyway, sorry. And they just fucking ignore him because he's a little kid. Just go and play rock, paper, scissors. Because who is obsessed with rock, paper, scissors like that? They, like, paint it as like a game of wits, you know? Or like a battle of wits. But I am of the camp that believes that rock, paper, scissors, it's just fucking random. Like, it's... You can try to, like, read your opponent like you're the smart guy from The Princess Bride. But, like, the point of that, I mean, in that bit in The Princess Bride, it sort of makes fun of that sort of mentality. Because after a certain point, it's like thinking about it that hard, it's just completely random. It's like it's a shit shoot. Like, besides thinking, like, oh, you know, statistically, 93% of people throw scissors first or whatever, there's, like, some very basic, like, strategy stuff, but then beyond that, it's like, yeah, it's just fucking random. But in here, they sort of describe it as, like, a mental game. They're like, I have to force my hand on you or whatever. So he's like, I'm a big fan of your manga. Play rock, paper, scissors, you piece of shit. It looked like a big mole from far away, but that's not a mole, it's a hole. And it's going like whoosh. Like, what the fuck? How did an arrow make that wound? It must be something to do with, like, when it happened, he got, like, a body integrated stand or something. This is one of the weirdest stands in the fucking series. This fight is very out of place and very strange, and I like it. But it's like, what? Yeah, it's okay. It's exactly like Lullaby Bird says in chat. You can predict your opponent, but sometimes your opponent is just an idiot and has no strategy. Yeah. It's like, you can't force your hand because you have no idea what they're going to choose. You know? Ahoo. Sorry, I need to drink a lot of water during these. Just keep looking at this hole. Does it go all the way into the mouth? Also, just a thing worth noting, Rohan's voice, he sounds like an incredible fucking dork in the anime. He would say this like, does it go all the way into the mouth? Like, he talks like that. It's fucking weird. We got Junkin Boy looking like a fucking cataquack over here from Mario Sunshine. He's really creepy. So he basically is just acting like a prick. Because he really wants to play rock, paper, scissors with Rohan, and Rohan just really doesn't want to take any of this shit. And so he just uses his stand. And I think, is this the first time his stand has like a full body appearance? Because I remember earlier it was like, my stand, I no longer need people to read my fucking like manga print for the thing to take effect, and it just like had like a face. It was just like this like smug face, like hovering towards them, but now it's like a full dude, like a full drawing of a dude. So I guess his stand is like developing. Kind of love how the taxi driver's like, hey, what are you fucking doing with that? You opening that kid's face like a book? What are you doing? The fuck? He's like, you can't have shit in Mario. I'm just gonna stand by. That's the same taxi driver in the Enigma fight who just sort of plays along. Alright, loves soccer but played baseball until recently. The coach kept complaining about his long hair, so he quit. That's actually a good bit of characterization. He kind of looks like Squallow from Part 5. A little bit. Is that who I'm thinking of? Yeah. Some of the Part 5 goons actually look pretty similar. Scrado. When he quit, he blew his nose on the coach's hat. What a piece of shit. Hates peppers and Anpan. What the fuck is Anpan? Japanese sweet roll most commonly filled with red bean paste. It sounds fucking delicious and you're a little bitch, Junkin boy. Red bean paste is the shit. Likes fatty cuts of meat, afraid of the dentist, and Namahat. I really want an Anpan now, actually. Traditional Japanese folklore in it. It's a demon-like being portrayed by men wearing hefty oni masks and traditional straw capes during a New Year's ritual of the Oga Peninsula. Well, we're learning so many things. Okay, I've seen this sort of stuff before. Oh. Interesting. I can see why a kid would be afraid of this. Hold on. Let me bring it up. I can see why a child might be afraid of such a thing. I actually, oh man, I want like mochi or something now, you know? Has never used a public bathroom. That's, cool. Just your typical bouncy kid. This kid bounces like crazy. He's not even a stand user yet. What the fuck is actually up with this? He's got Part 5 nose. I love rock, paper, scissors. I really want to play it. I always lead with scissors. Just like a typical person, I think. The hole in his cheek is from when he fell off a utility pole. I guess it's not important. So that's what it says, like, in his file. And I guess it doesn't say the pole, like, poked him in the cheek or anything. It's just he fell off a pole onto the arrow. And that's, like, what it is in his, like, soul journal. Like, what? Someone said, I don't like his paper lips. I also don't. That is very... Yes, I agree. I don't know. Does he really just want to play rock, paper, scissors? How stupid can you get? And then he just instantly destroys him because he literally read his mind. And he's like, oh! And I think, like, the reason he, like, really wants to beat Rohan at it because he's like, then I'll be as accomplished as him if I beat him at this fucking, like, random chance game. I can really relate to Rohan here because I feel super annoyed at this kid throughout this entire arc. As much of a dick as Rohan is. Yeah, I guess it's like Heaven's Door. If the person doesn't know about it themselves, then they... But, like, how does he not know that, like, an arrow was involved? Like, if something stabs you in the face, I feel like you know. Whatever. Yada fucking yada. I'm going pretty slow right now. Seeing Rohan at, like, the cafe, this is a common setting in the OVAs. And seeing Josuke actually show up and say something, because for some reason, I don't know, maybe they couldn't get the voice actor or something, but whenever Josuke shows up in Rohan OVAs, he, like, never says anything. It always just shows, like, the back of his head. It's really weird, but, like, everyone else talks. It's very, very strange. But here, seeing Josuke actually show up and have just, like, this dopey-ass, like, Charlie Brown face and actually talk, kind of funny. How is he holding water in his mouth? Maybe he's just got the ice cubes. Oh, no, it is coming out. Man, having a hole in your cheek would be... That's so uncomfortable. You know? That would just... Especially, like, the fact that it's, like, a clean wound would help a lot. But if it was, like, something that had to, like, heal... Oh, that would suck. If it was, like, all scabby and shit, no thanks. I'm glad it's a clean hole, actually. I take back all my criticisms. Thank you for making it a clean hole, Araki. I think, is this the same guy? Hold on. Is this a recurring background character? Because I'm pretty sure this is the same dude that Kira tore the shirt off of in the Sheer Heart Attack arc. He got a new shirt. That's my favorite mini arc in the whole series. Then the kid starts going and throwing a tantrum. And all the rest of them are like, how fucking, what a monster. He wins again. And then another very relatable moment. This is kind of like, I was thinking about Under the Silver Lake. I don't want to spoil too much about that movie, but there's a scene where the main protagonist, like, beats up a little kid. And it's, like, the context that it's in, I swear it's not nearly as fucked up as it sounds. It's still a little fucked up. It's kind of like a Breaking Bad, like, anti-hero moment. But shit like this, I'm like, yeah! Yeah, rub it in his face, you piece of shit! I love putting brats like this in their place. It's like, what a cock, but also you kind of feel satisfied. A little bit. And it's funny to see Rohan be, like, a total twat, honestly. And then he's like, oh, this book about his fucking apples should be great for my studies. Yes. And Junkin Boy steals it. Like, we'll do rock, paper, scissors. And then Rohan, actually, he decks him in the face. Rock, bitch. Which is kind of hilarious. Quit fucking around. I can't even imagine him saying that in the dubbed voice. But the kid's like, I actually, like, got the uppity up on you. Actually, I hope the first 2 matches count in this. I don't remember exactly how this arc goes, and if it's just, like, this one where he wins is, like, the first one that counts, then I'm gonna be so mad. I don't think it is, though. So now, the hole is part of his stand, because he sucks with it. This is him sucking. He sucks out the stand. He sucks out part of your stand. Oh, anime viewers will be familiar with this pose. Fucking awesome. These, like, cover pages are just so great. And Koichi's just, like, what is he even doing? He's defying gravity. He's like on Jotaro's lap or something. Let the voice of love give you cancer. That's what they say. That's in the song. Hold on, I have a... there was a meme. I recently found this amazing meme. I'm not gonna be able to fucking find it because I can never find memes on the show. Oh, I seriously never can. It was a good, like, Jotaro and Koichi meme. Oh, I'm sad. Oh, here it is. Does Jotaro kind of look like he's black in this? Incidentally? What's up with that? I was not familiar with this particular trait of his. Hold on. It's getting hot. I'm taking off my shirt. This happens. I don't know why this happens. When I stream, I just get, like, hot. Rest in peace, Echoes saying fuck. That is very true. The shirt is off. The shirt is off. You want face cam? No. Here's the face cam. There we go. You'll get to see my epic reaction. Anyway, I can feel it pouring into me, your beautiful, wonderful energy. So he gives him the suck. And then oh god, we barely get to see this guy's stand. So actually, let's take a look at it. Like, what's up with this? Never noticed it's got, like, polka dots or, like, scales or something. But it's a big thing in armor. This is boy to man. I'm pretty sure that's how they say it. They're like, it's boys to men. I don't even know what's up with that. I don't know a single boys to men song, you know? He's like, oh no, turn him into a book and say he can't attack me. And then they get blown apart for no reason. He's becoming a stand user. He used a stand for the first time. Really want to beat him at rock, paper, scissors. I call it boy to man, where 2 is like a Roman numeral 2. Yeah, okay, Araki. Rock, paper, scissors is not a game of chance, but a contest of force of will. I will lost to Rohan's force of will. Rohan is only 20, but proudly standing on his own. He can reach anyone with his works. If I beat someone like him, I know I have the force of will to surpass them. It's like pretty hokey kid logic, but I guess we'll take it. He's a kid. What is this, Rohan is not 20? Wait, where does it even say he's 20 here? Okay, whatever. Probably said it somewhere. He's supposed to be a young artist. I mean, that's part of why he's such a Araki self-insert, you know? But, like, not really. Like, he kind of is. He definitely has some of the, like, sort of self-aggrandizing feeling elements of it. But I like this little, we get to see this little sort of design a few times. I think it's like the way that they show, like, the score of the rock, paper, scissors. It's all very official. So he gets to steal their energy. If he wins 3 times, he gets all of their energy. But it's a best out of 5. So I guess the first 2 rounds did count. I'm currently 1 and 2. And then it also turns out he can just fucking, like, go and just get rid of Heaven's Door's shit. What the fuck is on the inside of Heaven's Door here? Like stone? Is he a rock human? Young Araki, pick 1. The fuck does that mean? Of course he's old now. Time has passed. This was written in the 90s. Like, yeah, he's older now. This is a great face. What the fuck? But so now he can use 1/3 of Heaven's Door, so he can just take stands. Like, this is one of those ones. Jonken Boy 2 Man is one of those ones that on like a stand tier list, you know, it's like you could put it fucking anywhere because theoretically he could win rock paper scissors against, like, I don't know, maybe not Cars, but like Giorno or something, and then just be incredibly OP, you know? And it's like, yeah, he's just a kid, so like he can't do it now, but like, what about when he grows up? He could be fucking insane. I can only take 1/3 of it each time I win. It's kind of a weird aspect of it, because he, like, does this mean that Jonken Boy can, like, write in people now? Could he write in Rohan? He can make Rohan punch himself. Just the right arm. A published author hitting a kid? Come on! What is it about being published? Also, his hole has, like, moved. I guess it's kind of in the same place. I'm trying to, like, see what people were yelling about in chat, but it's honestly kind of, it's still in the same spot. So now Rohan's like, you know, now we've actually got to fight. Fuck this. One more loss and you're out. You're backed against a cliff. So this is where, like, the mind game shit starts coming into it, and this is stuff that I feel like makes this battle kind of hokey. It's more like sort of, it's very Jojo-y, of course. That's kind of a stupid thing to say, huh? But it's true. Because the kid then fires back and he's like, actually, emotionally, I've got you backed against a corner. Or something. You're trying to pressure me? I don't know. They get into, like, all this mind game shit. And again, rock, paper, scissors, it's like, you can, maybe there's, like, competitive leagues for it or something, but I feel like you could never have, like, a consistent winner, you know, in a rock, paper, scissors league. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but it seems hokey. And he's like, yes, I forced my hand. Then we get this shit. I love this in, like, the anime when it shows up and it's like, ting, here's the score. And I guess this is a different little bracket thing, but I love the little designs that he puts around these. Makes everything feel very sort of tangible and real. I've overcome your psychology. And then he hits him with the suck again. Again, it's like consistently textured like a rock on the inside. I seriously don't know what's up with that. Very strange. Oh no, not Heaven's Door. It's like Heaven's Door just got a body and now it's getting, like, torn apart. Fuck, you should have just stayed ahead. Quit while you're ahead, Heaven's Door. I've been seeing a lot of people saying a Rocky in chat. Oh, just wait till you fellas get to part 8. Now all that's left is your head and left arm. He took his fucking, like, weird... Like, why is Heaven's Door, like, a weird child, too? It's, like, Koichi sized. And now he's kind of Dragon Balling out. His hair is, like, standing on end. When I win, I want to be able to look down on your losing face. That is a very Rohan quote. So now they have this whole discussion about how his luck is dropping because he's on the decline because he just lost. Look at this smug piece of shit. This just feels like kind of a Araki, very Araki-esque discussion. But, like, one of the lesser ones. Like, I feel like this is probably the most forgettable fight in this whole part. Because it's weird, but not in an incredibly compelling way. You know? But Adam Hartfather, fucking Madam Foster up here is like, oh yeah, whatever. Looks like it's gonna work. Yay, this guy's a total pro. He can suck up a bunch of people's stands. They're no longer the innocent eyes of a kitten. They're the eyes of a tiger stalking their prey. He'll tear him to shreds. After like one rock, paper, scissors win. I guess that's two. And then Rohan pulls some fucking like badass shit. Oh, look at this panel. That's freaking awesome. I think, yeah, is this one of them? They like fly up in the air. I don't think it's this one, but they're sort of hovering. Look at the fucking, like, they look huge. Like all of a sudden they're in like a city full of like diorama, like miniatures. They're like the height of these buildings. And this is like the most anime way to fucking portray rock, paper, scissors you could ever possibly do. No backgrounds at all, just all lines. He's got guts. Even when I tried to trick him, he still threw paper. It's like it's fucking random. It's RNG. Here they are flying up in the air. It's like, what the fuck? This is like, it's seriously like, this is some end of part 3 shit. And this doesn't happen like anywhere else. Maybe it does. Yada yada yada. They fucking tie a couple times. He's like, oh, you're all shook now. Oh, I psychologically threw my voice, or no, I forced my hand, I think is what they say. And then there's this weird shit where the kid's like, here, I'm gonna prove that I have amazing luck. He's like, I'm gonna prove that my like luck is invincible. And so he's like, you know those guys, if I call them over there and they leave, then I have good luck. And if I call them over here and they actually come over here, then you have good luck. It's kind of a weird thing, but it is, this is like, I guess, a semi-organic way to like make sure the audience knows that like Octung Baby is around here, because that does come into the fight. But oh, this is a great, why is this a great pose? Like, what is he even doing? He's like about to sumo someone. And he's like, I have perfect luck. And he shatters a window and stands in front of the glass and none of it hits him, but one of them hits Rohan. Which is kind of badass, but it's also like, again, it just feels like some hokey, like it feels like some astrology shit almost. You know, or that sort of same tier of stuff. Where it's like, yeah, very fun and rocky, but like, what is this? What the hell are you, what are you putting in front of me right now? And I like luck, you know? I'm a Game & Watch main. No takebacks. So, and then Rohan's like, oh, I'm just gonna choose paper straight away, because fuck it. I have like a god stand that can literally just bullshit my way through the situation. I'm gonna overcome my own fate. This is a fucking amazing panel. Like, they literally are flying for some of this. Like, it doesn't show them on the ground in between these panels. They're just floating in the air. And then this is such bullshit. Like, this is one of the most bullshit victories in all of JoJo. Is he literally forces his hand to move through, like, using his stand. In a really weird way. Like, and he literally threw scissors. Like, Rohan threw paper, the kid threw scissors. That's what rock, paper, scissors is, and rock, paper, scissors kid should win and receive heaven's door. But for some reason, like, he literally said no take backsies. And then there's literal take backsies. Like, I know I say the word literally a lot, but I use it to emphasize situations that make no fucking sense. He literally threw scissors. Like, scissors came out. Like, what the fuck? And then he gets reverse sucked. That's the face of a man getting reverse sucked right there. He really does look like young Squallow, actually. And then he says, oh, I wrote in the baby that's here because it's invisible. He's like, I have the baby right here. and he wrote inside it to disappear and then turn the kid's fingers to rock. So, writing instructions in one person can work on another person, so Rohan never needs to write in anybody else ever. Because he could just write in himself, turn all of the people who, like, oppose me into stone or whatever, and then he just wins. And then he wins. He wins this. If Rohan was actually smart, he would just, like, never be in any danger whatsoever. I guess he kind of isn't, because, like, Rohan OVA, he always just, like, gets away, but, like, he could be fucking invincible. I know it's, like, okay, he can't write in himself, but he could write in another person. Give Rohan god powers. And then there's no way, like, give Rohan irreversible god powers. And then he could fucking do it. Like, what? The baby physically moved his finger. Oh, man. There's so many things that are wrong with that, though. Like, I know the baby can turn invisible, but like, I guess they can fly, so it's also up here in the air. Oh, look, but Rohan's holding out the baby with his hand. Holy fuck, bro! That's hokey as shit, though. Let's be real. That's also hokey as shit. This is, like, I would be willing to accept that, because it's like, he is kind of doing, like, a Masa Peña type of thing. But it's like, how did the kid not notice something? It's fucking invisible. Like, he doesn't even notice something pressing on his hand, turning his hand to, like, fucking, like, what? He didn't feel it? He's just like, why is my hand suddenly rock? It really feels like it was just willed into that, rather than pressed, because people have these things known as nerves in their bodies, right, under their skin, that means they can feel when they're being touched. Like, all I'm trying to say is Rohan could literally be God and, like, get away with it. And I know it's supposed to be like, oh, he's a humble artist who would never do such a thing, but, like, just saying, he could literally never have any conflict whatsoever. And yes, that is still not how rock, paper, scissors works. On top of all that. Pretty fucking ridiculous, in my opinion. Although the whole thing, I never considered the idea that it was like it physically moved him and Rohan was just holding it out. Still incredibly hokey. He's got an insane busted stand. Does it look like older now? Its hat is at a jaunty angle now. And Octung Baby's just like, what happened? Oh yeah, and then he's like, I'm gonna write in you, I will never win at rock, paper, scissors. My stand will fall apart. Sorry to harp on about this, but he can literally take away stands. He can delete your fucking stand if he gets to write in you. Like, what? What the fuck? This is the kid that didn't notice an arrow hit him. That's true. He didn't understand what happened when he got fucking, like, a hole put in his face. Oh, whatever. He can literally, like, okay, he doesn't actually ever take away somebody's stand in the entire series, as far as I know. Haven't read all the OVAs, I think. But, he doesn't do it here, but he says he can do it. He has the intent to do it, which makes me believe that he can actually do it. That shit is insane. Alright. He's like, you cheated. And, that's fair, because he literally did cheat. That's not how rock, paper, scissors works. And then they fly into the sky again. He goes like, ah! And then he gets instantly deleted 3 times. And dies. It may have been cheating when you used the invisible baby, but this time you won because of luck's favor. You have all of the luck. All of it. Can I just make this the thumb? I'm gonna make this exact screen the thumbnail for this particular episode. Because that's the moral. That's it. Leave some for us, Rohan. He's like, ah, shit, turns out choosing a shitty kid was a bad idea. I guess the arrow chose him, but the arrow doesn't know shit. I won't hurt you. I'll just destroy your stand. The face of a fucking, like, an idiot god who knows not what he does. But then the kid, I like this moment. This is probably the best part of the fight, where the kid tries to fucking kill himself. No, it is good, though. It's like, I'd rather die than have a life of failure. And then Rohan's like, I like you, kid. He actually literally says, wow, I like you, kid. I was like trying to say like the most stereotypical thing. You're like a character in a heartfelt drama. I can't let something so interesting slip away. And then he uses his literal fucking, he flexes that he's a god and uses his god powers to get them out of the way of the truck. With the photo of the old man. I wonder what this guy's tattoo says. Huh. He's literally God. Like, what? I won't take your game away, just don't use your stand. So the kid keeps his stand. Look at this. He even looks like a smug piece of shit when he's admitting failure. And then they lost the baby, too. Which is kind of hilarious. The hole in his cheek never healed. Like, what the fuck? What is up with the hole? I don't know what's up with the hole, guys. Oh my god. Look at this fucking man. Oh my god. Esports. Holy shit. Oh, sports, I think. For a second I was like, is that an X-Forts reference? Alright, so we got a little more information about Morio and how the owl on their crest is totally fucking tired of your shit. Popular activities include vacation resorts, golfing, camping, fishing, yacht-shotching, windsurfing, and cooking with fresh local seafood and produce. There's plenty to do. We got Kira being a creepy fuck. He's like, oh man, I sure wish I could cleanse these hands of those fucking ugly human bodies. Basically. No one can hide their true nature forever. So he's like, oh man, these thoughts must be deleted. I really want to like strangle those bitches. You know, just normal stuff, just guy stuff. We see him being a creep, and he's like trying to study the guy's handwriting. He's really fucking annoyed. And this is one of the weaker parts of part 4, honestly, is like Kira doesn't have much reason to hate Josuke and Jotaro, literally just besides the fact that they're looking for him, you know? I guess it's kind of a big reason. But like, the connection between the hero and the villain, like their characters are great and they interact really well, but just the motivation for why, I don't know. Feels like they're less diametrically opposed than other ones. It's just like they're victims of circumstance. He's gotta murder, right? So he's gotta keep murdering. He's not just gonna stop murdering. Would you? I don't think you would. But now we got Shinobu coming in here being like, ooh, woo, oh, whoa. Blushy, blushy, etc. Because she's all hot and bothered because he's a criminal now. Because she like saw him steal from the landlord. And basically just tries to like jabate him, I mean unintentionally, into fucking like choking her out. Doesn't she look like a fucking Dragon Ball character here? Somebody says, please tell me this is going to become a video. And there's, you know... That's the weird thing, because I might edit all of this into like a supercut on YouTube, and it's like in the future, if people are like listening to this on my main channel, then you know more than I do now. But I don't know. I might edit it together, but it's such a huge amount of footage. You know, I kind of want to make a supercut, but it would be such a huge time sink to make it, and I don't want to like hire on somebody that I like need to pay to like edit stuff right now, you know. She's like, oh man, I'm all hot and bothered because he touched my neck, and Kira's just sitting here going, oh man, close call, I almost fucking murdered her. Hayato looks like such a little piece of shit in these early panels. And I guess he spies on his parents, and he has been, like, the whole time. He's been, like, watching them fucking, like, bone or whatever. Even when Kosaku was, like, alive. And he's like, why are you practicing writing your own name and saying, Josuke Higashita, I hate you? Oh, and now we get the alien! Oh my god, yes, Mikitaka. This is a great arc, and this is one, it's kind of like diametrically opposed to the Jonken Boy arc, because this one's also ridiculous, but it actually works, in my opinion. This guy's fucking great. Him too? That makes 6 already. I'm trying to think, what is he... So has he already stabbed, like, Enigma Boy and shit? And like, Highway Star? Huh. Well, whatever. 6 is quite enough. So he tries to hit him with the arrow, but it just goes wa-ting and just like bonks off of him. And it gives him a little bit of a cut. This whole thing is sort of set up to be totally ambiguous. He said it didn't pierce him, but it kind of did. It left a cut. So it's like it sort of did, so maybe that gave him... That's what actually gave him a stand, but like, it also just bounced off of him. Like, why did that happen? You know? But basically this character, the whole central conceit, I don't know if anybody here somehow doesn't know, with all the UFOs and shit and like stars, but he's supposed to be an alien. And it's supposed to be ambiguous as to whether or not he actually is an alien. And that's basically the crux of his character, is people going, are you an alien? Are you actually an alien? Are you just a normal person? Yeah, so to those of you who are anime viewers, you may notice in this part particularly, there's some arcs that have been sort of swapped around. So, I think, like, Superfly, they made... I don't think it's even a thing in the manga, but in the anime they had this whole recurring theme where it was like, all of these fights happen on the same day. It's like Thursday, April 18th or whatever, 1999, where, like, the Superfly and Cheap Trick and Enigma, fights and like Highway Star all happen within like a couple days of each other. But I don't think they just did that as like a framing device in order to sort of space out these fights, and I think it worked kind of well. But they're rearranged in the anime. So they're talking about winning Munnery in the lottie, of course, money in the lottery. But he got his bank account froze, which is kind of, I mean, that's semi-realistic. It's like, you know, if my mom knew that I'd, like, won the lottery or something and had, like, $1 million, I feel like, I mean, I guess my mom doesn't have control over my bank account, but if I was, like, a high school student and that happened, I feel like it would be a similar situation. So they see this fucking crop circle. And so somebody said, what's your take? Is Mikitaka a human or an alien? I think he's an alien, right? He's got like an alien stand. Okay. Let's say, I'm gonna get rid of the image, and anybody who doesn't want to be spoiled on like stuff in like part 5, plug your ears or like mute the audio until the picture comes back up, okay? But, like, okay. I'm gonna give him a second to mute. So, aliens are real in JoJo. Like, we know aliens are real. Because that's where stands come from, because stands are on the stand arrow. They're like it's like a little virus or like a little alien germ or whatever that infects you and turns you into a stand user, you know? So we know that there's both stands in space somehow, like stands or something relating to stands that comes from space, and we know that extraterrestrial life exists. So I feel like he's gotta be a real alien, and especially the fact that like he can't seemingly see normal stands, so it's like maybe he has like a different type of stand or something. The fact that the arrow dinked off of him like that, the fact that he takes like a bunch of like ice cream and shit out of his bag and stuff, although maybe he was using his stand to do that. But like, what? I think he is an alien. But I think, of course, part of the sort of fun of his character is that it is left ambiguous. Okay. And then the part where everybody died, oh, that was fucking crazy. No, I'm kidding, of course. Welcome back, people who haven't seen part 5. No, it's a lawn ring or something. Yeah, okay, Okuyasu. A lawn ring. Thanks. Lawn purge. So like, holy shit, there's a real crop circle and there's a dude inside it. It's like, okay, well, in terms of the alien thing, it's like, how do you explain some of the things that happen, like the arrow dinking off of him, you know? It's like, what the fuck is he then? Especially if it's implying that's the thing that gave him his stand. Whatever. Oh man, this crazy thing. And I never really understood, like, what is up with crop circles? It's supposed to be like the shape that the spacecraft, like, left on the ground? I don't know. Like, what's with the weird little, like, 2 dots off to the side? This is a weird, it's a hokey spacecraft. If it's the kind that's leaving a shape like this. Like, just something where it's just, like, a flattened out big, like, part of land or part of the crops. That I'd understand a little better. I don't know. Aliens leaving little fun ARG hints for humanity. Our footprints are totally gonna ruin the TV broadcast. Okay, but they find him. He's still got the wound from the stand arrow. And he's like... He's in the center of a crop circle. And he's passed out. So it's like he could have just made this crop circle himself and done all this because he's a crazy bastard. But I feel like even crazy bastards don't have that kind of dedication, you know? Whatever. He's got fucking E.T. on his thing. Like, come on. He gets up like Bram Stoker's fucking Dracula. Actually, he stands up like, didn't Dio do that in like part 1? Maybe he's a vampire in the middle of the day, guys. Okay, anyway. So, this is Earth. Last night I was taking a walk when I suddenly fell ill. It seems I lost consciousness. It would have been about 13 Earth hours ago. And they think he's taking the shit, taking the piss. They're raffling. They're literally raffling. Look at that. He literally looks like the emoji. Like the crying, laughing emoji. What is this? Oh, right. He takes out, like, medicine for their stomach because he says his stomach's hurting or something. But then he eats a package of tissues, right? This is nothing relating to his stand. That would probably kill a person, eating a plastic packet of tissues. Right? Like, come on. Okuyasu's like... It's a great face, actually. This panel is pretty amazing. The expressions are just so good. He ate your fucking tissues. I guess, you know, when I was in high school, I would pretend to eat things that were inedible. I guess that was a thing I did in, like, junior high, you know? An ultimate form pillar man. Yes, he's an ultimate form, and that's why he can change. Oh my god, he's a fucking ultimate form. He has pica. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of just looks like it's like a weird lump of tissues. I don't know if this is a thing in Japan. It's just having like a wad of tissues, but like surely there's like a plastic package on that. I'm pretty sure in the anime it's in a plastic package. Look at this shit. So they're like, oh no, our favorite ice cream store is shut. I love how they're like big like badass dudes, but they're also like, oh man, I want to get some after school snacks. Oh man, the sandwich shop, rather. And then he takes a bunch of cold ice cream out of his fucking thing, and this isn't part of his stand either. Like, how did he do this? How'd he do that? How'd he do that? And they're in like plastic wrappers too. I came from the Magellanic Clouds to investigate whether Earth was for habitation. It could be that you wish to engage in introductions. Also, apparently, I don't know who I heard this from. I think it was like X-Forts or something. That his name in Japanese is just sort of Japanese gibberish. Like there's nobody named Mikitakazo. Like it's just like it would be the same as if we had a character in an English manga named like Quart Blorp or something, you know. My hobbies include caring for animals. I actually do remember from my Japanese, I did take a Japanese class a while back, and actually incidentally, that's like apparently a thing when you introduce yourself is like your hobby or what you like to do with your spare time, which is actually, I wish that was in like American customs. That's a great way to like get to know someone a little bit. And he's got a mouse with him right now. Pet the lad. And so, okay, here's a cool thing that's also kind of maddening a little bit, is Josuke and Okuyasu are having a conversation in their heads right now using their stands. Like, they're talking to each other, but they're not actually using their voices. It's like in their heads. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening, because, like, Mikitaka can't hear them, right? Don't eat that ice cream. Then we got some, like, data from the Next Generation shit going on here, where he tries to, like, mimic their body language. And it's pretty goofy. This is kind of a dumb sequence. Ice cream rain bomb. Hold on. Ice cream rain bomb. Okay, the other one probably said, like, sports, but this one literally says rain bomb. Like, that's not like a weird font or anything. It just says rain bomb. Oh yeah, this is a good part. Is the entire time they've been sort of dancing around the term. And then they're like, so you're saying you're an alien? And he's like, yeah, that's it, alien, right, yes. Yes, that's the word. That's a very sort of humanizing moment for this alien man. But then he's like, oh, you know, I don't have anything with me that could prove it. Oh, that sucks, man. A gravitational saddle point where a spacecraft could remain at a roughly constant close distance to Earth while orbiting the sun. Like, he's acting like such a twat. They're like, oh, and I bet you control it with that watch, right? And he's like, yeah, totally. Don't tell anyone, though. Psst, 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 psst. This dud is totally bug nuts. Lots of tempting things to put in the thumbnail. And so he's like, I got a bunch of stuff, but it's all my stuff's in the craft, so it's fun, you know. Show us your blood. What kind of alien doesn't have green blood? Yeah, aliens, yeah, that checks out. Aliens do have green blood, that's true. Oh yeah, oh my god, this is like a classic Grayfruit meme. The sirens thing. So a while ago I used to live in the U District in Seattle, and I used to live like right next to what I refer to as a siren factory, which is just like a place where they, you know, they send out all the ambulances and fire trucks. And it just happened all the time, like while I was streaming, they would go by really loudly. And so, during like Salty Bet streams, I think, there was like a running joke that I was Miki Taka, and I would freak out and get a rash every time the sirens came by. But yeah, he has a physical adverse reaction to sirens. You know, like a normal human being. You know, like a non-alien. But it's like, I guess he could be doing this with his stand, I suppose. But I don't know. It really seems like he's in real pain. But then we get a look at his stand, and it's fucking insanity. He looks like one of those like sea slugs, kind of, you know? Ooh. Ah. So he's like, just get me out of here. What the actual fuck? So he's like, here, I'll turn into the sound is destroying me. I'll turn into a pair of fucking Jowdins, and you can run away. Like, they've got a fucking logo on them and everything. I'll do anything for you. Please, Josuke, let me on your feet. Like, this shit is so fucking goofy. But I feel like this works a lot better. Because it's like all out goofy and not trying to be this weird like philosophical shit about luck in the Jonken Boy arc, you know? What are you sipping on? I've got a little bit of like warm water here. Anybody, like, one time when Andrew was coming over to like film Lark Souls or something, or to stream, I gave him a glass of warm water. He was like, is this warm water? I was like, yeah, is that weird? And he was like, I mean, typically it's like just room temperature or cold even. I was like, yeah, I guess so. Warm water is just so soothing, though. It's like almost hot, like hot tap water, you know? It's not just lukewarm. I'm talking like it's soothing, like it's like the temperature of like tea, just it's water, you know? It's good. It's good. I would recommend warm water to anyone else. What the fuck am I? Okay. I'm lending you my power. So I guess Josuke can like fucking fly in these shoes. Oh, is that the end of the volume? That's the end of the... What a great end of the volume. Well. Okie dokie. God, that was just one volume? Oh, I'm gonna get through like 2 volumes today, guys. I'm not even gonna get to the cat. We're doing Highway Star, and then I'm out of here. I'm like, how long have I been going? I've been going like an hour and 15. This is just such an undertaking. I really hope that like with later parts, I will crank out the episodes more quickly. You know, because I want to get to part 8, and I want to talk about part 8, and I know I could just do it now, but I'm not just gonna skip to. Might as well talk about the rest of JoJo. I don't know. Highway Star. I don't even know. It's by like Deep Purple, right? I'm not familiar with that song. Reused image. All right. Look, it's like a reused image. Do part 8 with all the dialogue and do it with voices. Oh, that would be funny, but that would take fucking forever and also be really boring for a lot of it. Because you think it would be me going like, Yasuo, or whatever. But really a lot of it would be like, equivalence exchange is the property in which the head doctor. Which is not to say I don't like part 8, but just a lot of it would be exposition. He's walking. That is a very powerful walk, actually, this whole thing. Look at that. Mikitaka is transforming out of being a shoe And I guess Josuke tries to like fake him out. He like punches right towards his face, but then he's like, oh, you can't see me, which means you're not a stand user. But then how do you have an ability if you're not a stand user? I need to think. I need to sort some stuff out. And I like that it's not like, he's not coy about it. He insists that he's an alien. You know? He insists. Honestly, in part 8, just a little note, I do hope that in the anime, when maybe there's like more regular releases of episodes, that they don't do so much recapping. Like when it's coming out monthly, I understand like why you would want to recap like what equivalent exchange is and stuff like that, or like what's happened. But in the anime, I hope they cut some of those scenes out. Oh, excuse me, I've got a bit of a thing in my throat. Wow. So now he's like, ah, you know, what's up with this whole alien thing? He's like, well, here's the thing. I'll give you a favor using my crazy ability. You people enjoy being fanned by servants. This is just a beautiful fucking panel. The ancient ritual of back scratching. I ain't that kind of guy, okay? Oh, shit. All right, Josuke straight confirmed. Listen, I'll eat my own words. I'll eat my own words. It's fine. But then Josuke, the scumbag that he is, the trickster japester god that he is, he decides that he's going to partake in some illegal rigged gambling with this alien's ability. Like that's the first thing he goes to. That's why people love Josuke so much, is because he's got a bit of that Joseph edge to him, but he's a good boy at heart. But he makes trouble too. Ice cream was made of my fingers. Oh, look at that. He actually does say that. So could he make like infinite food? I'm also unable to copy faces. All you earthlings look alike. This is pretty funny. I think that was not in the anime too. So Josuke's like, yeah, we're gonna rig a dice game. And he teaches him what a dice is. This is another sort of like Araki moment where it's like an excuse to explain an everyday object. This is like a weirdly recurring thing. I guess sometimes it's to explain some esoteric like sci-fi concept or something like that. But they're explaining it in a very anime way. I see. So a side with 5 pips represents the number 5. He's got the little like clenched fist in front of his face. It's so exaggerated, but it's so good. And look at his eyes turning into the pips. Araki will not turn up an opportunity to draw some crazy fucking art. But then he turns into a massive dice with like the wrong numbers. It's kind of a cute scene. There's a scene at the end of this that's totally not in the anime at all. And then we established that he can barf as a dice. You totally killed my fire. Basically, they're practicing how to rig a game. Are we deceiving somebody? You gotta choose words more carefully. I'm just getting a little spending money. And then, yeah, this is the scene when he does the fucking, like, YouTube, like, dice stacking thing. And I guess, are all of these dice Mikitaka? I guess only one of them is, right? I guess Josuke is just a fucking legend at dice stacking, because only one of those dice is actually Mikitaka. I guess he turns into 2 later on, so they could be all of them. He could be all of them. But I don't know if anybody else has seen this, the like technique. This might make no sense if you've never seen this. But like they kind of like swivel the cup around over a bunch of dice and like use like momentum to like keep them in one part of the cup, and then they like stack them on this table or like in their hand. That's what he's doing right now. That wasn't used in the anime. I guess I don't know why. We get a cute little reference to Stranger Things, of course. Araki's a big fan. A big fan. Man, I don't know what's up with this. It's like extended periods of time where I'm talking in front of this microphone. It just gets hot. And it's like, it's always like after I stop streaming. It's gotta be the pressure. Because like after the stream is over, then I stop being all hot. It's really weird. Can you guys, is there a noticeable change in my voice? Can you guys hear the fan that I just turned on? Is that a thing? I'll turn it off in just a second. I just need a little bit of cool air. Okay, hold on, just let me chill for a second. They're gonna play the game CeeLo Green. I'm just gonna take a little drink of water, I'm just gonna relax. I hope you guys are doing well. This is a part, if I make a big supercut of this and it's not edited together, people watching on YouTube can just sit there and just reflect on life. I hope you're enjoying sitting there. Try to think about the good things. What's something that made you happy today? Ooh. Just gonna relax a little bit. I'm all hot and bothered, is what they say. So he's like, hey, can I come back and see the new manga chapter? You know, the phrase flattery will get you nowhere is like the perfect thing to say in Rohan dub voice. Flattery will get you nowhere. But he's like, no, I actually just want to game with you. AKA Chinchirorin. 456 triple toss as made famous by Suikoden in the US. I don't know what's up with that. I've never heard of this game in my life outside of this one chapter of Jojo. Gotta say. I need to snort. Alright, I got it out of my system. Sometimes you just gotta snort. Someone made lasagna? Well, I'm very happy for you. So he's like, I'm flat broke, besides the fucking, like, lottery winnings that I still have. I'm wasting my youth if I don't have money. And then Rohan's like, you're a piece of shit and I hate you and I don't want to play your game. But then he's like, no, I actually do. I just wanted to make you feel like shit. And then there's this whole thing. This is a great chapter, but I'm not going to go over much of it. It's just fun. This is sort of an unconventional chapter where it's like two characters we've already established having a new interaction. We got Josuke going all tee-hee-hee. It's just kind of a fun, like, unconventional. I mean, it's very similar to the gambling battles in part 3, you know, with the Darby brothers. It kind of feels like Araki is always looking for situations to do a gamble fight because it seems like he likes it a lot. And they're usually pretty fucking awesome, so I'm not going to complain. But there's this fake out moment where fucking Rohan's like, I'm going to use my own dice, and Josuke's like, oh crap. Then he's like, because he actually fucking planted the dice in his house somehow. The set he has is the transformed alien. Rohan said he was only playing to take my 30 grand, so he's the bad guy here. Man, I'm such a scoundrel. It's like, there's the Joseph in him. So they explained the game. People got very offended when I said I hadn't played it. But I still don't, like, 100% understand the game. It's just they throw dice, you make bets, and depending on what you roll, you get that back to you in a certain amount. And if you get 3 6s, you automatically win. And then Josuke's like, oh man, it would really suck if I roll a 1, 2, 3. That'd just be the fucking absolute worst. Yeah, I've played Yahtzee and it seems kind of similar. It's like Yahtzee poker. It would be the way that I would describe it as an outsider who doesn't really. I've never played it. The only troubles that matter are 1s and 6s. Both multiply the payout by 5. I think they talk about the history of it a little bit. Whoa. Sorry, my chair is freaking out. The die is one of the oldest human inventions. In ancient times, it was carved from both human and animal bones. Imagine playing dice with human bone fucking sculpted things. Oh, man. I would not be comfortable with that. Game called Hazard from France. That game passed to Macau and Hong Kong as high-low, and by World War II it entered Japan as sea-low. Really? That's cool. That's super cool, Rohan. I'm super interested in what you're saying. Give me your money. That's super cool. That guy sounds super sick. I still don't know why you had to make it accurate and why it's a skull and why that matters. They shove 2 of the dice into your eyes and dump your body in the river. That's fucked up. Look at that smug piece of shit. Before they kill you, they stab you 21 times because 21 is what you get when you add up each side of the die. Really sounds like they wanted an excuse. It's like they stabbed him 21 times and then they were like, oh shit, oh, we really got carried away, fuck. When you add up the sides, it makes 21, that's why we did it. That's why we did it. Yeah. So he fucking, like, instantly gets a shit throw. And then Josuke instantly gets, like, the ×5 payout throw. And the whole central conceit of this fight, or this, and it's not even really a fight, just this encounter, is that Mikitaka does not understand subtlety and is basically just absolutely brutalizing Rohan and completely favoring Josuke in a way that makes it totally obvious that he's winning, or that he's cheating. Yeah, of course he's winning. Rohan's just really excited about dice. Yeah, I guess. Jeez. Oh, by the way, speaking of Jojo and podcasting and stuff, just yesterday, I got followed, or just today, I got followed on Twitter by Joe Kakaka. Senpai finally noticed me. Kind of fun. Anyway, that's a good, if you guys want to hear like part 8 discussion, Joe Kakaka, that's my recommendation. Good channel. They got good stuff. I listen to those and X4th's like chapter reviews every time a new JoJolian comes out, because I gotta hear the analysis, I gotta hear the opinions. Anyway, Rohan's very suspicious. He's like, clearly you're fucking cheating. It's so fucking obvious. But he can't figure out how. He's fucking biting the dice with his sexy canines. Stupid sexy Rohan. The fucking dice are like sweating. I think this was actually not in the manga. He's sweating and Josuke goes, oh, I sneezed on the dice and that's why they're wet. Which is gross. That's not sanitary, Josuke. I love these like the like wobbly backgrounds. No, he's oblivious. Oh, it literally says wobble. And then Rohan fucking, look at this. Like the gore in Josuke, in Jojo is just out of nowhere and just brutal. Also, I just noticed that his poker chips are personalized and have his stupid fucking pen symbol on them. Rohan, I hate you so much. You're the worst, Rohan. But this is a good moment where Rohan's like, oh, you know, laugh good-naturedly. I suppose it's, you could, I mean, you could have won all 3 of those times totally naturally. It's fine. Oh, it's just a game. I'll pay out. What a silly game we play. Tee-hee-hee. Fucking, whoosh, and fucking, like, stabs himself. And I don't remember exactly why he does this, actually. It's something to do with, like, you have to heal me if I win or something. It's my punishment for not figuring it out. Nobody makes a fool out of Kishibe Rohan. I know you're laughing at me in your head, and I can't stand it. It's insurance so you won't quit playing. We're playing one more round. During that round, I'm going to try to figure out your method. If I don't, I'll give you $2 million, and it'll be your doctor's fee for using Crazy Diamond on my finger. But if I do figure it out, then I'll cut your finger off. It's like, fuck, dude. That's hardcore. That's brutal. And then this fucking dude comes back. Tamami, I think is his name. He's still all shrunk from getting his ass whooped by Koichi. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm stretching. I'm stretching. Your boy's stretching right now. So he comes back and he's like, oh, I'm going to use my lock that can detect guilt. It's sort of in the same way like Gold Experience like detects life force or whatever. It's sort of like a supplementary ability to his lock thing, which I guess that's fine. But he's using it to tell, and then Josuke's like, I gotta cheat and win big. Another thumbnail opportunity. Look at that, he's all fucking fiery. Why is he on fire? He's the guy that fucking like lit Rohan's house on fire because he's literally in flames. And he's smoking. That's just not responsible. So, yada yada yada, let's just get through this. The sirens show up, there's this whole building tension scene where Mikitaka's about to like fucking throw up and break out. Rohan's suspicious, and then I guess the whole time Josuke had lit Rohan's house on fire in order to distract him from the dice. And he manages to get out just in time, and he goes, fucking, dink, fixed your finger, okay, bye, Rohan, see you later, which is kind of amazing. And they never figure it out. Rohan is too distracted by the cheating to even notice that his house is on fire. Pretty good. I think they say that he like started it with the like microscope or the magnifying glass or something. No financial losses, but Rohan's grudge grew 3 sizes that day. Sick fucking Grinch reference, translators. Sick Grinch reference. You know Araki didn't write that shit. Rohan, you're such a thought. Do you think about how you look, Rohan? Of course he does. Oh, and here's Mikitaka's mom. Which is another point where it's like, it could go either way. Because she's like, oh, Mikitaka, always talking about your alien craziness. Oh, he's so silly. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, I actually have her brainwashed. She's just a normal human being, but I used my, like, alien mind powers to make her act like a normal human. And Josuke's like, what? Even the guy's like, huh? Even fucking, like, Granny Smythe over here. To be continued in Highway Star. Wait, but this is... Oh, right, this is a volume, so that's to be continued on an issue. And then instantly after this is probably, like, the most awkward scenario you could ever possibly be in. Right? Is, like, a person you know on the bus... There's an empty seat in front of them, and you're standing there, and they're like, have a seat. And also, you just lit their house on fire. It's about as awkward as it gets. Lit their house on fire in an attempt to scam them. Are you implying that I'm old? Alright. So they're going into the tunnel, it's awkward, Rohan's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking, like, whoop your ass. And then we get this weird shit, and I know it's just, like, this is just part of Highway Star's ability, I guess, is making this weird fucking fake room. This part is very confusing to me. The fact that this is part of Highway Star's ability, honestly. They're in this tunnel, the room is there. And they, like, keep passing by it and seeing things. I guess there's a door and a window. Josuke just thinks he's japing, but there's a window here, and then it shows Kira, who looks like Kosaku. Why is there like an actual like realistic analog of Kira like with his real clothes? This makes no sense to me. I really don't get why Kira is in this. And it's like, this lady isn't Shinobu either. It's just like some random lady. But it's like, this isn't an illusion created by Kira or created by Kira's dad. This is being made by fucking Yuya Fungami, who has, I think, only seen the old man. He doesn't even know what Kira looks like, let alone now that he's Kosaku Kawajiri, so it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. Maybe there'll be something like the invisible baby or something. I don't know. It's just weird. But yeah, he's slicing off her hand. That's his whole thing. And Rohan's like, I'm pretty sure I wasn't tripping balls. Could it be Kira Yoshikage? He snipped off the girl's hand. What a stupid way to say that. What do you mean, look at her leg? What do you mean? Yeah, it's going crazy. No, this is Jojo. The proportions don't make any damn sense. I think she's supposed to be dead, too. So it's like her body's all mangled up. The room is tailored to each specific person who sees it. But then how does Rohan... Like, Rohan's seen a picture of Kosaku Kawajiri, but he didn't know that it was him. He was just one of the, like, many photos that he took. Rohan doesn't know what Kosaku looks like. So I don't know why... Alright, but anyway... Josuke thinks he's japing. You got that fucking right. Wow, I never want to see your face again. That's fucking brutal. Looks like we'll never get along. But then Rohan takes his fucking, like, massive fucking bike down to this tunnel. I think it might have been, I might have skipped over it, it might have been in the manga, but I'm pretty sure in the anime, at the beginning of one of the episodes in this sort of, like, Thursday arc in the anime, there's like a thing at the beginning where there's like a news broadcast and they're saying something about how there was a motorcycle crash in the tunnel. I think that they add some nice details like that in the anime. It might have been in the manga. I didn't see it when I was skimming. So he goes back in the tunnel, finds the room, he gets like lured in, and I guess this is how Highway Star gets ya. It's super weird. And again, Highway Star is a really cool stand. This whole room thing is really bizarre and not in a way that feels good. It just kind of feels like, what the fuck were you thinking, Araki? Like, what is this? But now we got feet. We got feet. There's feet chasing him. I know, I'll turn them into books. Only in Jojo. And then they start doing this like this like what is it, like Mortal Kombat 11, where the characters like get hit and they turn into bones. And then Josuke shows up. He's like, I just had a hunch. Thought I might want to come back here and investigate. And the fucking bike comes like speeding out instantly. Kind of convenient. But we got Highway Star showing up, which is just a sick looking stand. It's got this sort of like Egyptian pharaoh type look to it. It kind of looks like Purple Haze a little bit. Highway Star is one of my favorite stands from this part. It's so good. X-ray, yeah, okay, don't make up words, chat. Alright, we're all adults here. But he's sucking out his nutrients. This is another, like, several chapters in part 4 involve Rohan getting sucked. He's getting the big suck. But then Josuke shows up. They have this whole moment where Rohan's like, oh, you know, will you really let me sacrifice him and be able to save myself? But he's like, I'll never do that. And for some reason, this is a meme. It's just, like, just one of those things where, like, the JoJo memes are just random lines from the show. You know? Just assorted like moments from the show just become memes for no reason. But him saying "I refuse" is for some reason a meme. But this is it is a great moment. The one thing I like more than anything else is finding people who think they're hot shit and saying no straight to their faces. Doesn't really work because you're not really facing him. But then he warns Josuke, but then Josuke actually comes in and he's like, nope, I'll reverse psychology, you're reverse psychology, or whatever. You really piss me off. You're trapped now, he already has your scent. I'll slurp you down. It's a 2-for-1 deal on life energy. But then Josuke gets attacked by the feet. He gets hit by the bone C vision. I'll fly backwards at 70 kilometers per hour. What's that song off the Kanye? What's like Kanye's first album? I'll fly away backwards at 70 kilometers per hour. 1:10 morning. You know? Anybody else know what I'm fucking talking about? There's probably like one person in the audience who's like, yeah, I like that song. One glad morning. Did I say sad? What? That's the stand I swallowed? And then we have this where he's like, you're pretty annoying, and Rohan goes like, and gets all boned. But then I guess he's fine at the end. They're like, oh yeah, Rohan's there at the tunnel and he still has some of his nutrients, so you could fix him. Probably. Someone says, never listened to a Kanye song in my life. There was a long period of time where I hadn't either, and then I listened to his old albums and I was like, damn, this is really good. Something like Slow Jams or Family Business. What is that fucking, like, Graduation Day? What? The College Dropout. That's what I'm thinking of. No, Graduation is the next album, and then Late Registration. Or no, I think it goes College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation. I think that's how it goes. Fuck. He's actually got some great songs. There's a horse named Kanye in part 7. Alright, so now we get... This is like a truly iconic... One of the coolest parts in part 4 is the motorcycle chase with Highway Star. That shit is just fucking great. I don't even know if we'll get to see all of it here today, but this is just one of the best fights. But yeah, Kanye is great. I'm not as much of a fan of his more modern stuff, but seems like every one of his albums has at least one song that I like, even like The Life of Pablo or shit like that. But like his older albums are fucking amazing. Yeah, I never really cared for Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, but I never listened to it much. I've heard that's a more controversial album. But the first 3 are pretty uncontroversial. That's like, he's famous for a reason, and it's because he made great music. Anyway, let's stop talking about Kanye. So this is, it's all the best elements of a JoJo fight. It's got the chase, it's got the big brain thinking, it's got the strategy, it's got the mystery element where they don't know who the stand user is and they're trying to find him, and all this weird shit keeps happening. And then we get the classic moment. Hold on. Oh, the fucking phone. Going through my meme folder for this is so difficult because there's so many memes. Actually, hold on. Before I go on to this meme, look at this sick fucking fan art of Highway Star and Yuya. This is one of my favorite pieces of fan art ever. This is hot. Tell me this ain't hot. That's just great shit. That's like one that I have saved in my meme folder just because it's good. I have like the occasional just like amazing fan art. This is the scene we're about to see. Anyway. He's trying to get away from the feet. He's like, oh yeah, I'm pretty far away at this point. What does that say? League? Little league? And then the feet just like appear next to him and start fucking like sniffing around with their little creepy toes. I did the math perfect. Man, am I bad at math. But here we are. This is like the iconic Josuke moment. He's on a motorcycle, he's being chased by the purple feet, of course, as usual. He can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. And he decides to just destroy his motorcycle. Oh, and we're gonna get one of the best panels in all of JoJo here. Destroys his motorcycle and flies over the baby carriage in the parts and then fixes it on the other side. That is just an amazing moment. And look at this panel. All the fucking like parts like half broken but like forming back together in midair. It's really good in the anime too. Just fucking awesome. Such a cool concept. Like this whole fight scene is sort of famous for illustrating some of the cooler parts of JoJo and some of the cooler abilities. Like Crazy Diamond, just badass. And the baby's like, boop, boop. And Josuke like hardly even reacts to like the most badass shit in the universe too. That's so good. And then right after that we get sort of a stupid moment where he's trying to get a cell phone to call Koichi. And there's like a bunch of people having important phone calls that are like having a huge impact on their life, and it's like, oh man, just as long as I don't hang up this phone call, I'll be set for life with $1 billion. And then Josuke goes by and takes the phone. And then he takes one, and then he realizes that it's like broken. He's like, oh shit, it doesn't work. If only I had, I don't know, something that could like maybe fix it. Oh man, it sucks that I don't have anything that could fix it, so I guess I'll take this other guy's phone instead. Kind of a dumb joke, because it ignores his ability, but whatever. We got Koichi over here being chill as fuck, hanging out with police. Little Police over here. Hey, he's looking good. He survives. He's like one of the only survivor dogs. And then we get Koichi doing like the research. He's like Wade in Kim Possible. He's the guy at the computer in the chair in Spider-Man Homecoming. He's Ned. It's rapid fire references. But he goes through the papers. He like finds the reports of like a biker crash in the tunnel. I don't know, it's cool. They did a really good job of mixing together like action, cool like fight stuff, and also sort of the mystery element that I think a lot of JoJo fights are best at. We are already past Kill the Hoe. Actually, no. No, Kill the Hoe is coming up right now. I stand corrected, no. No, SHIT was Sheer Heart Attack, and now we're doing Kill the Hoe. It's probably gonna have more profanity in this because they really toned down Echoes Act 3 in the anime. I'm Higashikata fucking Josuke. I got this easy. What a great line. So he takes a really, basically this is all just him taking a really tight turn at a high speed, but then he's like, ah shit, there's just a bunch of stone and the ocean in front of me. Damn you, Morio Bay. We get to see more cool uses of Crazy Diamond. This is like his classic move. I think he can do this in like Heritage for the Future or whatever. Or Eyes Over Heaven or whichever fucking one, like the PS4 one. He can like punch the ground and make a wall form up. He punches the wall and makes another wall form up. It's kind of good, but like, why does that stop Highway Star? What a dumb fucking stand. Why is this in this font? We got an evil dad going around. He's like, ah, yes, the Highway Star. What an amazing, powerful stand. Yes, I've never been wrong on this before. Also, Highway Star got that fucking wagon, though. Look at the wagon on that man. That's a classic pose, too. I love the way his body, like, sort of cuts up into segments. I'm trying to think. I don't think any other stand really does that, even though stands all have sort of a similar type of like thing where they like phase through objects and shit. But Highway Star's got his own unique look, and I kind of fucking love it. There was some in the most recent X-Fort's Jojolian chapter review. He said something about how Hato's got the wagon. He was like, "Oh man, in this one panel, she's just so thick," and it's true. Part 8 booty is insane. Yeah, I guess King Nothing sort of does it, but he has his own unique way of doing it. Oh, that floating trash. It's making a circle. Oh, this is him noticing that there's a drain. Right. Yeah, Highway Star's creepy, too. Like, it's a cool-looking stand, but it's definitely a little creepy. Like, with the pharaoh look and the sniffing. But he, like, swings his bicycle down here. I'm not sure how he did that. Did he, like, destroy it and then, like, fling the pieces down there? I'm not even sure. But fun chase scene, sort of like Terminator 2. Does anyone else get, like, a Terminator 2 vibe from this? The motorcycle in the ravine. Josuke is inexperienced and doesn't realize his tank is empty. If the bike itself breaks, Josuke can fix it with Crazy Diamond. But Crazy D can't fix what isn't there. This was the enemy's plan all along, to relentlessly chase Josuke until he ran out of gas. Yeah, the feet make like a special sound. They go like... They make like a very pronounced and unique sound effect in the anime. Which I guess is... There's a whole thing in the JoJo anime where stands make like specific sounds. They have like a sound profile. There's a channel on YouTube that is just stand sound profiles, and it's literally just clips from the show of stands making their own unique sounds. It's kind of like, it's just a supercut basically of like content that isn't yours, but they are interesting to watch. And there's some stuff where in the anime, if there's like a battle where Josuke is using Crazy Diamond like sneakily, you can hear it going like and making its little like shimmer sound in the background if you pay attention, which is kind of fun. Okay, so he doesn't realize he's running out of gas. This is something where in the anime, I don't know why, but just the subtitle lines, he repeats the same thing like a billion times. And like here, I think he just says, "Oh, you know, I'm panicking over nothing. Oh, no problem at all. I can fix it." But in the anime, he says "no problem" like 10 times. He says, he's like, "Oh, it's not a problem. It's not a problem." And he goes, "It's not a problem. Totally fine." Sick fucking awesome panel. Holy shit. Love it. And then he goes, "Totally fine." I guess he says it in like different ways here. But in the anime, he just goes, "Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Not gonna be a problem. This isn't a problem." And it's like, shut up, Josuke. Stop it. But here, it's a little more varied. It's probably just a translation issue. Oh, and I think, oh, guys, I believe that is it for the volume today. And I guess I didn't even mention, but he trapped Highway Star in the car using his ability and then got some gasoline by fucking punching a hole in the side of the car, which is amazing. But, wow, yeah, what a good arc. We've kind of gone past the coolest part of it. I don't know. It maybe, actually, no. There's cooler stuff. There's cooler stuff coming up, but guys, I gotta go to bed. We gotta go. I'm not gonna finish the arc. I'm leaving you on a cliffhanger. I know it's a good ending. The arc is good. The game is good. The manga is good. Let's just do a little bit of a meme variety hour. How about it? There's like some classic ones that I've been waiting a long time because they're spoilery, you know? This is a good one. I would love to believe that this is like unaltered footage from Phineas and Ferb, you know? But I bet there's some color correction there. Oh god, and like this shit. Why is there so much art of like John Arbuckle Kira I don't even understand. Do I like TF2? It's fun. It was fun back in the day. Now it's a lot less fun. Let's see. Let's just get like one more here. There's just so many powerful memes for part 4 and 5 because they're like the most popular anime parts, you know? Alright, let's just put this shit up. But that is it for today. No more. I will be doing, well, I mean, I will be doing more, but not right now. If you're feeling starved for content and you really just want more Jojo podcast open quotes, then you can just sit there until the next time I do this. I'll try to make these a little more rapid fire, you know, because I do space these out a lot, and I gotta get through this fucking series, man. I want to finish this eventually. But thank you for watching, guys. I hope you have a wonderful night. I kinda did. I'm a little sweaty. I'm gonna turn on my fan. Goodbye, everyone.